On today's episode, if you or someone you know were among the over 60 million who received those monthly CTC payments for their dependents back in 2021, developing news as it looks like they now may be returning. So we'll take a look at two separate plans that are currently being proposed with an increase, as well as a brand new $2,000 proposal, a bonus that could bring the overall yearly total to over $5,000 in CTC payments. We'll also take a look at why some of these proposals are likely to pass in some form and become reality, and what the ultimate compromise plan could look like for you. Now, currently under the Child Tax Credit Plan, the yearly amount per qualifying dependent is set at $2,000 a year, and that is if you meet income eligibility requirements, a cap up to $400,000 per year for married couples and $200,000 for single filers. There are no monthly payments, and the age limit is set at 16. Here is the first proposal introduced into Congress, also called the American Family Act. It restores those monthly CTC payments between $250 and $300 a month based on age. It also increases the yearly amount from $2,000 to $3,600 for children under 6 and $3,000 a year for children ages 6 through 17. It also increases the age limit for dependent children from 16 to 17 and also adds a $2,000 newborn credit. And when added with the regular tax credit, and depending on the birth month of the child, that could be up to $5,300 during the first year before dropping to $3,600 in year 2. So this overall is similar to what CTC was back in 2021, with the exception of the newborn credit, which is the newest addition to the proposal. Meanwhile, the second proposal introduced is the Providing for Life Act. Now, there will be no monthly payments with this plan. However, it will increase the annual CTC amount to an even larger amount than Proposal 1. Under this plan, children under 6 would be eligible to receive $4,500 per year, with children ages 6 to 17 receiving $3,500 per year, so definitely a much more aggressive idea than Proposal 1, and up to $2,500 more per year than the current CTC amount being paid to taxpayers. This proposal, the age limit would be increased from 16 to 17, and while there will be no newborn credit, the language in the bill states a qualifying child would be an unborn child of an eligible taxpayer with the tax credit to apply retroactively upon the child's birth. The question is this likely to pass? And in some form, yes, it will, and there's some very specific reasons why. First, the concept of the child tax credit is supported by both sides of Congress, which is rare, and it gives traction to the topic as we enter into September, especially with budget negotiations coming up. Second, we're approaching an election year, and with the current child tax credit set to expire in 2025, both sides will want to take credit for getting a plan passed in time for the next election. Now, which one of the two child tax credit plans is likely to pass? The answer is most likely going to be a combination of both, which would result in a new compromise proposal. There seems to be disagreement about classifying any child before birth as eligible. Meanwhile, the added $2,000 newborn credit may increase the bill beyond acceptable spending limits for some. Now, here's what one compromise proposal may look like. It would maintain those monthly payments. However, eligible dependents could receive half of the yearly CTC amount like they did in 2021, between $250 and $300 a month. The child tax credit would be increased to around $3,500 for dependent children under 6 and $3,000 for ages 6 to 17. The age limit would be increased to 17 years of age, which is an agreement on both sides, but there would be no newborn credit, and that'd be likely a compromise to reduce the overall cost. However, one absolute thing they need to do is correct the mistakes of last year when millions of advanced CTC taxpayers filed their taxes and experienced long tax refund delays as a result. Now, what happened was the IRS sent out CTC tax forms at the beginning of the year with the wrong amounts paid to families, which caused errors on tax returns, and as a result impacted millions and caused delays worth months for some. Now, the likelihood of something happening around CTC in terms of changes is very realistic and far more realistic than any proposed stimulus plans. Now, stimulus had a lot of Congress divided, where it seems with CTC, it seems both sides agree on the overall issue. It's just how to get there, how to fund it, and what the specifics are. So again, a very realistic plan is most likely going to happen in the fall. That will be introduced and passed by Congress. If you currently receive or will be eligible to receive the child tax credit, let us know which one of the proposals makes sense to you, or what ideas you may have for future CTC payments, including the overall yearly payment amount, or if you do not support this credit at all. Now, while changes to CTC are far more realistic, stimulus proposals currently are not getting any traction, and it is highly unlikely there will be any significant stimulus proposals introduced into Congress in the next year or two. It seems they have moved on from that, and the popularity in Congress is not very good with the overall subject. Thank you to all our viewers, especially those who donate to this channel by clicking on the thanks button below. Your support is very much appreciated. Make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future CTC updates, and thanks for watching.